Regularly scheduled all-team meetings are lazy management and are corrosive to the team. Whether it's a daily stand-up or a weekly staff meeting, gathering the whole group together like clockwork wastes time and crushes souls. What makes a group of people into a team isn't the daily stand-up or the weekly staff meeting, it's getting work done. Great teams manage routine work with systems and save meetings for exceptions. Let me show you how. I'm Chris Williams, also known as CL Will. I have over 40 years of experience building and leading teams, including being a vice president in the Fortune 100. I'm a leadership advisor here to help you be a better and smarter leader. I loathe regularly scheduled group meetings. Meetings should be exactly when needed and with precisely the people who need to be there, the right time and the right people. In this video, we'll talk about why regular group meetings are terrible, what the alternatives are, and how you can get there. Let's get started. Here's 3 reasons why regular all-group meetings suck. 1. Regular meetings are expensive. In a team of 10 people, a 1-hour weekly meeting costs the equivalent of a week of one team member's time every month. An entire person week of productivity sacrificed to the meeting. The same is true if it's a daily meeting and you manage to somehow keep it to just 12 minutes. Another week gone. Most group meetings I've been in take nearly 12 minutes to get started. Are we all here? Let's just wait a couple more minutes for the straggler. Then there's the time it takes to get ready for a meeting, to travel to the conference room or to get logged in and set up on Zoom or Teams. To say nothing of the mental time wasted in the mind shift into and out of meeting mode. One way I shake managers from the habit is by asking them to calculate the cost per hour of their meetings. Take the fully burdened annual salary and benefits of the average team member. Divide that by 2,000 hours a year and multiply by the number of people present. A weekly staff meeting costs hundreds or thousands a week, tens of thousands a year. Ouch! 2. Regular meetings are never at the right time. In a world that's increasingly asynchronous, what is the right time? With people working remotely and across time zones and wedging work into a frenetic life, a regular meeting is a nagging burden. Meetings are painful enough with everyone in the same building on the same clock. With them scattered to the wind, it becomes ridiculous. Even if you manage to find a convenient time, it's never the right time. Let's say you have a weekly meeting on Monday morning. When an issue comes up Monday afternoon, do you A, wait until next Monday, B, schedule another meeting for Tuesday, or C, completely give up and change the meetings to be every day? What about a problem that happens on Wednesday? Do you wait? How about Thursday? What's the cutoff? Remind me again, why are we waiting for the meeting? Of course it depends on the issue, but why not just admit issues don't follow the clock? Have meetings precisely when they're needed. Don't have meetings just because it's Monday, and don't save issues for the next meeting. 3. Regular meetings have the wrong people. In all my experience and in my comments section, half of people love group meetings and half despise them. The former light up in a group. They love the interaction and the camaraderie. The latter can't stand it. They don't participate and just count the minutes until it's done. Worst of all, it's often the highest performers in the latter group who would rather be getting things done than chatting it up. To put half your team through something they hate over and over, time and again, is corrosive. It has long-term effects on their attitude and, by extension, erodes the whole team. And if half of your team is checked out, you're not getting the results you think you are. That meeting isn't solving the problems as effectively as it could, being as collaborative or creative as it might, or building the team as much as you like to think it is. But when I talk to managers, they say, I've asked for feedback about meetings, and that feedback says that one side loves them, and the other side, well, they get written off as bitter. Even if the meeting is run perfectly, an all-group meeting almost certainly has people who needn't be there. and a perfectly run meeting is as rare as a unicorn. But running a great meeting is a whole different video. So, in summary, defaulting to meetings with everyone every week or worse every day is wasteful, painful, and is lazy management. It's almost never the right time and always includes extra people. Building a business process around a regular meeting of an entire group is wrong, especially since there are great alternatives. To understand that, let's look at the 3.5 reasons why people meet. 1. People meet to share status updates. What's going on? Who's doing what? The latest news and so on. 2 decades into the 21st century, this is the most inexcusable use of an entire group's time. There are literally 1,000 better ways to communicate status and updates than demanding everyone meet and go around the room. There's a whiteboard, a bulletin board with post-it notes, a printed document, a daily email, a Slack channel, a shared spreadsheet. You could use Jira or Trello or Monday or any of dozens of Agile, Kanban, or Scrum tools. Your CRM or ERP system, be that Salesforce or SAP or Acumatica or NetSuite or whatever. Every one of these tools can record and share the status and news in an organization. And they all have the core benefit of time independence. That is, that status is updated precisely when it changes, and anyone who wants to know the status can get it at any time. Real-time status is available day or night. No meeting required. But, you complain, no one reads the report, no one updates their status. That's a performance problem, that's a management issue, and that's what needs to be fixed. Make updating your status non-negotiable, in exchange for killing the silly and expensive meeting. The tool soon becomes the only good source of status information. Problem solved. 2. People meet to address challenges. The second reason people meet is challenges, be they blockers or complexity or the need for creativity from a team. These are times when people do need to get together to work the issue. But you want to address those issues as quickly as possible. They shouldn't fester for the next whole group meeting. And you want precisely the right group in the room, no more, no less. The right time and the right people. Here again is where a great status tool comes to the rescue. They all have a way to indicate roadblocks or complexities. Even a post-it note board could have a red one for a problem. And they also have who's working on what to find the right people, the people who should be in that meeting. This is where a great leader can excel. If they know their team well, they can ensure that just the right people are in the room. Maybe that's the whole team, but it almost always is not. Challenges are the perfect example of a meeting that demands the right time and the right people. Your tool and a good leader can make that happen. 3. People meet at milestones. The final reason people meet are the milestones, those project kickoffs, success celebrations, retrospectives, postmortems, birthdays, whatever. These are the real cases for the whole group to get together. They're the times when everyone needs to hear the same message and everyone needs a chance to be heard. These are when the team builds the camaraderie the leader was searching for when they decided on that weekly meeting. This is getting together for a reason, for an explicit shared experience. This is the kind of meeting that helps build a team. But milestones don't happen every week or on a clock. A real milestone happens when it happens. When the project is done, when the person has a birthday, when it's time to kick off a new effort. And that's when the whole group should meet. It's the right time and it has all the right people. 4. People meet because regulations. There's an exception to every rule and this is it. In some industries, meetings are required by regulation, even law. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. But if enough people push these solutions, those regulations could be changed. To summarize, the only regular clock-based meeting I endorse is a consistent one-on-one with your boss. I've done several short videos about one-on-ones. I'll have a longer, more comprehensive look at how to do them well soon. But outside of that exception, calendar-based whole group meetings are lazy, wasteful, and painful. If you or your team do a regularly scheduled all-team meeting, you need to find a better way. Before I tell you how to get there, let me take a moment to say that if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more, I'd be honored if you subscribe to this channel. But come on, Chris, how do I go from our addiction to Monday AM all-team meetings or the tyranny of the daily stand-up to this fantasy world you paint? You do it in 3 steps. Step 1, wean off status reporting. The first step is to start by using some kind of status reporting tool. Pick one. Something as sophisticated as a shared software tool or as simple as a board with Post-it notes. Just pick one and start using it to record everyone's status. Who's doing what and where that stands. First, do it in parallel. Have everyone update their status in the tool while you still have the regular meetings. Once you've got it going, people will ask, why are we meeting when we have this tool? But what do I do if people don't update the tool? Simple. Make it required, a rule, part of the job. But don't punish them in some random way like docking their pay or whatever. That just makes people bitter. Make it painful to not update your status. I like to bug them continuously about their status. Where are you on that? How about now? Now? Soon they'll be updating their status just to get you off their back. Weaning people off the need to share status in a meeting will come quickly when they find out that A, status reporting done well isn't burdensome, and B, people will stop bothering them for updates. And of course, C, they won't have to go to those stupid meetings. Step 2, make meetings optional. Once you stop doing status updates in meetings, they'll just be about issues. Great! So now make people totally unrelated to the issue free to not be there. Put an agenda online somewhere. Make it an open document, a rolling agenda. Heck, even just a list on a whiteboard somewhere. Anyone can add issues and anyone can see the issues for the next meeting coming up. Make sure it's up to date well before the meeting, like maybe the day before. People who look at the agenda and see nothing they know about or have any value to add can just not be there. And now you've solved half of the meeting puzzle. You've got precisely the right people in the room. Now just work on the right time part. Step 3, go fully on demand. Once you have meetings that only have the right people in the room, move to a world where you only have meetings on demand. Cancel the regular meeting, but give anyone the right to call a meeting. Have them publish a meeting request to a shared channel, mail, whiteboard, Slack channel, whatever. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., we're going to discuss this issue. Be there if you care. Then make sure precisely the right people are in the meeting. Mostly that's on the organizer, who uses the status tool to know who's working on what and who might need to be there. It's also a good place for a leader to get involved. Hey, I bet Caroline would have some good input. I'll talk to her and make sure she's in that meeting. A good leader can also see the meeting request and say to the organizer, you know, that doesn't need to be a big meeting. Amjad knows all about that. Why don't you talk to him about it? And a great leader also knows when an all-team meeting is a great idea. Maybe it's at the start or the end of a major project. Maybe it's when there's great or terrible news to be shared. Maybe it's just because it's time to get everyone together. But that's not every week. It happens when it needs to happen. At this point, your meetings are fully on demand. You're meeting precisely when you need to with exactly the right people. No more, no less. Remember that what makes a group of people into a team isn't the daily stand-up or the weekly staff meeting. It's getting work done together. And that means your meeting should be exactly when needed and with precisely the people who need to be there, the right time and the right people. So don't get together to share status. Use a tool for that. When you need to work on challenges, get just the right people together as soon as possible. And save those all-group meetings for the true team occasions where everyone can share the experience. Don't have an all-group meeting just because it's Monday at 9 a.m.